Yes, we're back. After 7.5 long weeks, almost 8 weeks since my last part, October 5th, it is now November 25th. And if anything, that's a statement for how I feel about this game. That I would take 2 months practically away from playing it. My goodness, so many games have been played during that time where I felt enjoyment and passion for. Even if it was brief, fleeting moments, there was something about it played. One second, I can get the headset back here. There we go. We played Grounded, the free weekend on Steam. It was a great experience. Got back into some Pokemon Ultra Moon, hunting some shiny Pokemon, and of course PSO2, having their scratch events coming back out. Even dabbled into some Phasmophobia. All kinds of great games. Brief moment with some Genshin Impact. Spent some time with the communists in China. But we're back. I want to get this done. I don't think this is probably not going to be a 100% playthrough. We'll see where my sanity, when my sanity just dissipates. I'm trying to remember where we left off from. Dimensional map. I'm pretty sure we did the last level was the Dingodile, the first introduction of the Dingodile level, where he's in that bayou. Home cooking, yep, that was the last place we left off. I guess we're still in, technically, this bayou biome. Exactly, run it bayou. Clever crash name. Alrighty. So, will this be a Dingodile level? Beat the normal level to unlock inverted. Yeah, let's just do some normality. It's a great loading time right there. Why play the original Crash games when you can wait for this level to load for about a minute? It's still loading. We have loading screen 4 loading screen. Now I know where they got the title from the game. It's About Time. Is this a Crash or something? Is this why it's called Crash? Oh my goodness. What happened here? Oh my, that took way too long. My goodness. Oh nice, we have the retro Crash skin. I didn't take that in. I wonder where we got that from. No hidden boxes here. Looks like they're taking second here, folks. It's taking a while to get this headset not to fail me, but we'll keep it going. This is inspiration from that like Mexican style, like that celebration of the dead. They had a movie like that, the skeleton one on. This looks like it's taking some inspiration from that. These are all time boxes. Oh my god! Why would you do this? That's got to be one of the most annoying mechanics you could introduce to this. Why would you ever do that? Timed. And look at that hidden box, bro. Look at that. Look, that's what level is this? Already with the hidden boxes here. You got to be shitting me, man. Look at this shit. Fuck you, Toys for Bob. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh, and then literally every single step they had here, they did that. Now imagine playing the whole game to the best of your ability. For every crit you got, no matter how many deaths you'd have to repeat, only to get to the end, not get your gem, go where the fuck were those 50 missing boxes, look up a video just to see some asshole come down here and spin off camera fucking boxes. My goodness. This looks conspicuous. No? Nothing here? What's this? Why would you make such a big deal of putting this, like, grate here? Is that a limited time thing? Did I miss a gem here? I have to come back with something for this? My goodness. Alright, we're back here with the motorized surfboard. So we're gonna have to revisit this part of the level, right? There's no ramp for me to get up there and grab those boxes. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. More timed. This has to be a new mechanic, right? Like just added literally from this level onward. Because this looks really fucking annoying. Timed boxes. Oh my god, there's more here still. Okay, like it's the last one. So how am I supposed to get up to... Okay, this has to be a level where we revisit this without the hoverboard. Further onto the level here. Why is my turning radius so wide? Alright, checkpoint there, nice. I wouldn't doubt I missed some hidden crates. Why do I feel like they probably put like a timed crate behind you? So even if you went to go check it after the timer went off, you still wouldn't get it. I'm not even gonna bother. Whoa, what the I didn't know a ramp could do that. Interesting. I'm not gonna bother like losing more of my sanity, checking every single little thing for a game I care little about. Like this game is insulting and what they do with the crates. Well, the soundtrack for this level isn't particularly terrible, so I guess that's a plus. Some interesting stuff going on here. A bayou themed cage and music. Rope swings. I don't think that was a thing in the original Crash series. Rope swinging. You would think after 3 games, even though it's on the PlayStation 1, they would have that kind of mechanic. Boom, speedrun this. Boom. Where are we heading now? Into a sip of my water. So these, I guess, are probably one of the best parts of this game is the creative bonus levels. How puzzly they really ramped it up. But I have to think that the Vicarious Visions, when they added that bonus level to... Oh my goodness. I messed this up already. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that bouncy crate, I think. Yep. I think with the introduction of that bonus level into that level that never made the actual final cut in the original, Stormy Ascent, they made a completely new bonus level. It was super puzzly because nothing I've ever seen before from playing a Crash bonus level. And I think they might have made a new level, Feature Tense or something, where it was, oh my goodness, where I think they added their own, again, because that level was straight from scratch, they added a bonus level that was quite puzzling. I guess they took inspiration from that and really ramped up, not to mention the fact that you play as like Cortex and stuff, there's other kind of puzzly mechanics in there, so. Oh my god. This entire game is trial and error. Make one mess up, it's back to the drawing board. It's essentially, you get up to a certain point, you realize you make a mistake and have to go back. You're constantly relearning and replaying the level. And that is so frustrating for every single level in this game. Okay. Classic. And it's great with a game that, like Crash, where it's very timing based and it's very easy to die. It's fantastic. The type of, oh my goodness, again. Focus, please. So they have like, is that a bat? A bat caution sign in the background? Beware of bat. Do I have a slide yet? Is there a slide button? Okay. I just slide jump over that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't even know how I got the edge of that. Okay, avoid that. Grab this. Okay. The one feature that I added in this game was actually good was the auto Wumpo fruit grab feature. So then we hit this. We're safe to do that. Now that's gonna trigger those boxes to make it safe to hit the nitro. Is that gonna trigger anything else? This is a timed metal box, right? For those it is, okay. But for that, is it time for that too? How in the fuck are you supposed to hit? Oh my god. You're supposed to hit the TNT, then run back here to get enough time. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's literally... Oh my god. Trial and error. Trial and error. And no room to fuck up. It's like, oh, you got past that part, did you? You're smart. Well, here's this another challenge here. Oh, you messed that up. Go back to the beginning. It's just, it makes for great gameplay. I love it. Okay. Fuck beating a level or doing something right the first time. Crash 4, it's about patience, not time. I don't know what went through the development team's mind that would, like, make this... like, increase the difficulty in such a stupid way. Alright. Now we hit this. But now we have to, like, we have one shot at this, or else we have to redo this. Oh my. I butchered the shit out of that. The time it's gonna take to do this. And I guarantee I still won't get the bonus, like the, all the crates, so there's no point in me doing this other than personal pride. And it's so frustrating. I honestly envisioned me having fun playing a Crash game and streaming that to everybody. I never envisioned it where it'd literally be me just raging, like a montage of me just so disappointed. Like, I tried my best to offer some decent commentary here on how I feel about the game, the positives, but it's like, it's so taxing. I don't know if I'd have the same amount of anger if I wasn't like a super Crash fan, or even like a moderate Crash fan. Like, imagine this is your first Crash experience and you just assume that every Crash game is fucking retarded as this. How off-putting that be for the rest of everybody. I'm going to spend another 20 minutes in this bonus round, which is nice. Really imagine how this 100% speedrun of this game would look like. Oh my god, I fucking forgot about that. The game is literally designed to piss you off. Because by the time you remember what you're supposed to do and you get to that point, you forget something else. And you have to continue all the way from the beginning again. And it's not even like, oh, it's just a bonus round. It's pretty much like this for the whole game if you're planning on getting all the boxes. Oh my goodness. So I could jump here. This thing is, this thing cucks me. I'd like to be able to jump here and then do a quick slide over across. Okay. I'm not even gonna try to fuck with that and grab that extra life. Fuck the life. Now, shit. I was gonna say timing, that was gonna be another challenge in its own. So now I got one shot at this. I gotta thread the needle here, timing. Oh my, and it bounces here and there, man. I can't, I fucking can't. This is gonna make me hate the rest of the game. Make me do another fucking 4-month, 4-week, 8-week, whatever the fuck. I can't even speak. Another 8-week hiatus. Over this one stupid fucking thing. What? Congratulations. What's your reward for beating this? You missed boxes. Get fucked. I'd be heart-struck to try to find an original Crash level I spent over 15 minutes doing. My goodness, man. Even the original Crash, the Crash 1, that is supposed to be the most difficult one. Oh, that's pro technique right there. Oh, what? I missed those two? How? How did I miss are you serious? Oh my god. Oh. How do you play test this and think this was great? Like, what an fuck! What an utter disappointment. I haven't really read up on much of the reviews for this game. I've tried to isolate myself away from any and all information before this game came out. And I did a little bit of brief looking into after the game came out, like when I was doing my my playthrough, I guess. And I had to look back and see the reviews. But from what I could remember, they're very like, I don't know. It was like almost like we played this for like 2 seconds and it was like, yeah, good Crash game, cool new stuff, fantastic, 7 or 8 out of 10. But like, I didn't really see any criticism to this game that I was making, or at least the fans on Reddit were making too. Like this artificial difficulty, the my goodness, when am I gonna fucking remember to do that? The severe increase in off-screen boxes. I don't really remember that being a criticism in the reviews. Like, I guess I read it from IGN, but I guess you can't really trust IGN much nowadays. Oh my god, it's, you know what it is? It's muscle memory. From playing original Crash to hit that box to do everything. This is literally anti-Crash. This game. It's putting everything you know about Crash and saying screw you. Like, you'd want to hit that box immediately. Especially coming off the bouncing one there. I gotta remember how to do this. I gotta remember how to do that. I gotta hit this. This is the quickest way home, and I fucking missed it by like a fraction of a second, bro. Fuck right off. There's little leeway on anything you do in this game. And if there is any, you should be consider yourself lucky. Oh man. Again. And that, like, what do they call that? Front ground? Not background. That little platform they put there that tricks you into thinking like you could jump there. Like, they do a lot of creative things that they think make this a modern 3D platformer and it just kind of messes with the original 2D formula. Like, why put that there and give your player a false hope into thinking you can jump on that? I don't even know how that skimmed me, but okay. That fucking box trap has probably killed me like 25-30% of the time I've been doing this. Oh, and I still missed that one, man. I knew I was late, but I thought the spin would get him, and it looked like it did. I still fucked on one. I shouldn't have made my beverage water. Should have fucking mixed some hard drinks here. This is gonna fucking be a long one. Amazing. I would not be surprised if this fucking, my 2-hour playthrough, an hour of it was spent doing this fucking bonus round. Oh my God. You couldn't even... Those bouncing, that bouncing trap, by the way, was so far and few between the original Crash, where you never really built up too much of a muscle memory to do. But in this game, you get one of these in like every fucking bonus round from like the beginning of time. And it's equally as annoying as the last. Do you think you could build up like some kind of muscle memory for it to make it more easy? Look at that. There's like the last frame I was able to get there. So I want to say that's the last bounce. They only give you 2 bounces. There's no indicator to tell you how many bounces you have. You just gotta guess. I'm pretty sure I only need 1 more bounce on this. Oh my goodness. Tell me I'm free. Okay. So we're gonna do this really safe. I'm not fucking around here. We hit them all. Why is that grayed out? I'm confused. Is this some sort of trick? Why is that grayed out? Did I just cost a run for no reason? Was I not paying attention? Why are they... I know it's 2020 out of 22. But I'm oh, those were the metal... Oh yeah, I completely fucked that. Alright, I got nothing to say now. I can't complain now. Well, I can't complain, but that one was definitely my own fault there. I just assumed, like, my curiosity got the better of me. Like, I knew I had 22 out of 22. But I just assumed there was, like, some kind of trick there or something. I don't know. Of course, you couldn't make that fucking jump back. So I thought I might have that a little leeway on. Alright. Oh, no big deal. You get to see me do this another, like, 20 times. Lucky you. Oh my. I told you that fucking metal box was gonna cut me. I knew it. It's just enough for lip to prevent your fucking slide jump. Christ. I don't even know how I had enough form of momentum to hit that. I was literally jumped here, and it somehow still lipped me on the edge of that. Fuck me. Also, you would think the slide jump would have made your distance farther. Like, I don't think in the remake or the original it was this short of a, like, the leeway. I get it, the exact same thing. I did not move forward on the analytic whatsoever, but it still put me, it gave me random forward momentum there to lip back on the box, which I don't fucking understand. Is that something they implemented so that if you were near a ledge they would auto grab or some shit like that? So I'm not fucking trying to hit that box, obviously. Fuck. And I can't make that jump from there. I was trying to prevent doing the slide jump, just knowing I get cucked by that fucking box. By the time it takes for you to get these, like, bouncing off that TNT crate already puts you at a disadvantage because you waste some seconds there. And okay, lovely. On that jump particularly, I got a lot of vertical momentum to slam into that crate. And for the first time I overshot that. I'm just coming up with new ways to fucking die. I was trying to just do a regular jump onto that and kind of throw the needle like that, but I don't think you get enough forward momentum to make it through and not bounce on that box. Essentially, if you bounce on that box without enough forward momentum to get out underneath the top one, you're just fucked. I'm trying to come up with a fucking consistent way to do that. And it's like you have little to no time to fucking react. So it's do or die. And it's not even like you can retry it either. Because these fucking brainiacs made that a TNT based fucking hit. Like, why is that still bouncing up there? Why doesn't that come down? That could have cucked me too. So stupid. Okay, now I don't think we're gonna make this jump without that fucking bouncing crate. So I think we're screwed here either way. But I'm gonna give this a shot. Oh my god, I could have. And I fucking get caught by that box again. Like, as soon as I make it through that part, the rest is guaranteed. But it's so many fucking variables. The stars have to align for me to get this correct. Again. Cucked. So at least it's good to know that if I break that box in the middle there, it's still passable. Again! That fucking random forward momentum. I think I was even hitting left on the analog stick to back myself away from that fucking forward momentum getting me on that crate. How did any playtester in this game not just fucking pull their hair out? I forgot this was timed. I don't know. I don't know how this translates to fun. I really don't. If this is a completely new IP, then you have more leeway to fuck about the difficulty. But when you have literally 3 original series games and then have a remake on those games that are so popular, and then your next iteration is to completely make this game so much more fucking difficult than it ever was, and think that this was gonna equal fun. Like, I don't think anyone ever had a complaint of the original trilogy, really. That they were like, oh man, this game is great, I just wish it was more difficult. And not even just more difficult, just more frustratingly, artificially difficult. How do you make this game with that mindset, play test it, and still have it released like this? Okay. I don't know how that was even possible, that I lipped the side of a crate when it was stacked. I don't think that was intentional. I would call that a glitch, but I'll fucking take it if this means that this bonus round is done. So now this is the last part that's gonna fucking cuck me. I already know it's gonna cuck me. Oh my goodness. And then I did not have to worry about hitting this fucking crate because I already done it. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm taking no chances with this thing. Oh. He says as the old mistake's a big chance. Fuck you. I'm saved. We did it. We fucking did it. 30 minutes of the stream was devoted to finishing that, to getting up to this point. I want to say 5 minutes of the game, of the stream's introductions, another 5 to get to this point of the bonus round, and 20 for that fucking bonus round. Fantastic. This is great. And I die. This is a great game design by Twister Bob. You just run by him. I'm not from, like, this is another new mechanic, so I'm not familiar with what's the safe zone and what isn't. I'm not, those are time for sure, these barrels. So the introduction of, like, this, my fucking god, this yellow circle around your shadow, I guess is another improvement. And I guess In the original games, it really didn't need one because there was so much less detail than the lighting engine and whatnot that it was like your black shadow was really dark and you were able just to get a feel for it and you can see it quite easily. But I guess in this game, if the new animation, like everything is so much more detailed, where it's almost like you need that yellow circle to see anything. Come on, fuck. I'm not even sure where I got all these lives from. That's a hefty amount. 30? After how many times you've died to try to get every single crate? Do I have to time this in some sort of manner? Looks like it's on the same type of... I don't know what the fuck spun there. What spun there? Excuse me. Oh, look, a little pity mask. Thank you. Too bad this doesn't do anything to actually help me from what I was really fucking dealing with, which is the timing on these ropes. I don't think the mask can combat that, so... Fantastic. It's the death abuse speedrun strats. See how long this platform lasts for. Oh my god. So again, another timing-wise issue in this game. Or ideally, you want to go as fast as possible. Not even just a speedrunning mentality, just by a Crash player's mentality. You want to be able to do things quickly, especially under time duress. And I feel like this game, at least many parts in this game, like this one in particular, it's designed to make you be like, oh, wait a minute, get your timing right, slow down, and get those ropes up, and you're like, why? Or I feel like there's something. I can't go up around that. I'm checking for every fucking off-screen kind of cuckery they could put that doesn't cost me more sanity. Gotta see how many crates, like 272 crates is such a fucked up number. That's so many crates. We've hit how many checkpoints already? We haven't even hit 100 yet, and we did the bonus level. 272 crates on a level that's, I don't know how close we are to finishing the game. I hope it's fucking close. But we were getting this kind of amount of crates, like, level 2, pretty much. My goodness. Alright. Lovely. How they put a fucking crate right by those mines there. Oh, and hitbox, hello? I'm trying to grab that for an hour now. So I'm just paranoid when they put those, like that's kind of off cam, like kind of hidden. You can still see it though. But I feel like they might have put in off screen kind of crates there. What's going on, BH Zash? Zash X. Interesting name. It's corralling around here. Oh my goodness. The momentum that pushes you back, these rapids, pretty strong. Like, Friend Live. You mean from PS4 Friends Live? Can I grab this? Dude, the momentum pushing you back, you're so strong. And you're supposed to do this to get these ton boxes. There we go. I feel like they put boxes here somewhere. No? I feel like there just has to be, since they did it already. Alright, let's get some decent timing on this. These rapids are fighting with you every step of the way. That's weird, because if you let go of the gas, it doesn't even push you that far back, but it's just like... It's just taxing. Oh my goodness. Is there a box here? Box here? No? It's kind of cool that they put like a little bridge on the side there. That's interesting. Oh my goodness, and that got me. Are you serious? I don't know. I feel like there's no real indication how easy it is to die those whirlpools. Of course, we gotta do this all over again, which is lovely. Again with the hitbox there. Again? Did I grab that? Thank you. There we go. Again. Don't forget that one. It'd be interesting to see what the 100% speed run. What is it considered 100%? Is it like a spider type thing, where if you get every single collectible? Oh my, we missed those. How many you can still get them? Where it's like you beat most of the collectibles, they count as 100%, but there's like 117% for doing everything. Because like getting every single thing in this game, that's considered 100%. It's got to be a long time, even for a speedrun, I think. It'd be interesting to see a task of this game for 100%, but that would take quite a bit of effort and time to develop, I think. Come on. You get no momentum with this. How are these mines able to travel so fast under these circumstances? But my hoverboard is literally exhausting so much flames. It's unable to do so. I went side to side too. That didn't even push back. Okay. Oh my god, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place here. I also feel like there's a box here or something. Oh my goodness, how do we avoid that? Dude, get up there! I feel like there might be a box on the left side, but I'm not even gonna risk checking that. What a disaster. The effort that took. I need a big sip of water after that. Do we hit a checkpoint? I don't even know. I sure hope so, because I really don't want to do that again. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. BH6 for the follow. Appreciate it. What's this now? Oh. I guess we got our new ride, looks like. Interesting. Do I even dare mess with this? Okay, another auto scroll. Oh, it's gotta stop. Alright. Now you just gotta kamikaze into that. What is he supposed to be? This looks like he has a hamburger bun on his back. He's an armadillo, I think. Okay. Oh, I wonder if we could do something with this. Oh my. Okay, so we kind of did some preemptive stuff here, but it might cost us. Oh, we can use this actually as a vent. Never mind. So that should save us some time doing this bit here. Oh no, we missed that. I completely butchered that. Oh man. Can't say I didn't see that coming. So I guess there was a checkpoint here, obviously, which is nice. Alright, let's try this again. Just testing some audio there. We're good to go. What's he cooking on there? Jambalaya? Meals on Wheels down there? Some dead... I think it's a bat burger. So obviously he's working for Dingo Dial's Diner. Interesting. Some lore here, people. Okay, let's do the same strategy again. This time let's not mess it up and get too overeager. Get both of them, nice. I don't know why that... Oh my goodness, why did we do that? And they just put that there to mess with you, thinking there was something up there. Like... Why? Why do this? Alright, focus, focus, let's go. Boom, boom. That's not quite the strategy I was trying to employ, but... Could it be good enough? No, we missed that one box. Are you kidding me? Almost. So it almost looks like you kind of have to do what I was doing before. The preemptive strike on those crates. Otherwise, it's going to be a real panic to try to get the rest of those. He's cooking, but he still has the wherewithal to... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll try to skip those TNTs. He still has the wherewithal to hit the brakes just at the right moment before crashing into those TNT. It's got so much stuff on there. Okay, see if we can make this slide jump. Okay. Beautiful. It's hard to judge the positioning on those TNTs there. Ignore that jumpy thing. Get that. Ignore these. Oh. Oh my goodness, how are we doing this right now? Oh. They ramped up the difficulty vastly. Oh my goodness, dude. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. What is this? Oh, tape. Well, we didn't get the tape. No! I'm not coming back for that tape. I'm not going back for that tape. That VHS is staying there. We're on DVD now. This is it. We're not going back for that. I don't even know how we do that in the first run. Oh my goodness. Old crash muscle memory. The panic. How's that fair? How do you set up somebody like that? They make the first two things so slow and then out of nowhere they just... Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. I swear I could have gotten the... Maybe the VHS tape was blocked out or something? Or we missed the hitbox? It looked like I was close to getting it. I should have gotten it, but I didn't. But I wasn't trying to mess with that again. No way. Oh my god. What is this? Now this is pretty much on rails. They're shooing me in here. I'm going back for that crate, so I'm gonna die. So you can't even power back. It's literally... Oh man. More trial and error stuff here. Can I not grab these? Thank you. This is where I test my patience with these controls. Oh my goodness, dude. How are you supposed to do this, man? How are you supposed to get all these crates without losing your sanity? Like you gotta swing hard left to grab that crate, and hard right back again to grab the other one on the right. That's near impossible. You can't back up from it. The speed is constant. My God. But I guarantee I'm not gonna hit every single crate. Like when I get to the end of the level, it's gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be missing like 50. It's just the way this game works. So again, I'm doing all this for pretty much nothing, just to get it angry. Well, we'll see. Oh, and I missed the last one. Everything was gravy from there, and I missed the easiest one. Why? Why do this? Okay, now we have a mask at least, so we can try dodging these. We have some leeway here. Let's not mess this up. Dying is one thing, but missing a crate is the worst. We're revisiting this level. We have to. Look at all the stuff they put on the side there. Oh man. Oh. Let's settle these, thank you. Fake crash, bro! What up, dude? Wait, are we still not supposed to land on here? Did we just glitch something? I don't think we were supposed to do this. We'll just chill at him for a bit here. I feel like you weren't supposed to land up here, and I know if I go back, I don't want to glitch back. Peace out, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's not mess these as your last ones. Yeah, boy. And we missed crates. We missed 11. Out of all the effort I put into the bonus round, to even finding those off-screen crates in the beginning of the level, and to all the effort of grabbing everything on the on-rails section, out of all that, roughly probably almost half an hour on this one particular level, all the trials and tribulations, all that time equaled this. Came to this, 11 missing crates. And that, my friends, is the nutshell, the very essence of this game. As you put your... We didn't even get the hidden gem. We put so much effort in for 3 gems out of 6. Not even all boxes. What can I tell you? Oh, cutscene.
What time is it? Oh goodness, I ought to know. Crash! Coco! Come on, give old Capuna a kiss, eh? Don't look at me like I broke wind at a wedding. I time. I see everything. And I mean everything. There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Your very near future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life.
Yeah, just gonna stop you there before you tell us how we all died.
Well, if you'd rather not know about the giant mask-eating monster from beyond the stars, that is your choice.
So, canon-wise, this is supposed to take place after the events of Crash 4. I don't know if it's immediately after. I think it is, or some years after. But canon-wise, the lore-wise, they're trying to make it seem like Crash and Coco already know about all these masks, or at least she seemed to know them.
Need a hand.
Which is interesting. It's very like Mind Over Mutant, like the new Crash era cutscenes with that kind of stupid humor. What is this now? No dallying. We could just skip this, right? So what's the purpose of that level, I wonder? My mom was gonna play it, but... I guess it's just a separate Dingo Dial level? But this one's a mandatory Dingo Dial level. We didn't have a boss battle. Maybe this is the boss battle? But then why would this be, like, not mandatory? It's weird. Oh, I see. So I think we're doing the part that we missed as Dingo Dial. The part that we weren't during all the hoverboard sections we can actually access now is Dingo Dial. But there was no boss fight here. Did we have one already before somewhere? I don't know how these this level layouts work. It's really weird. Maybe we fight a boss as Dingo Dial here. So Cortex is still trying to mess with Crash, but Dingo Dial in this, I guess, is retired and just opened up a diner. And his whole purpose in this is not to mess with Crash, it's just to, I don't know really what the motivation is, to get his diner back or make his diner the best. What's he really doing here? I don't really understand it. I feel like they just added Dingo Dial in as a playable character just because. Like, hey, he was kind of a popular character. Let's play as him for no real reason. We'll add new mechanics to it. They totally nerfed his flamethrower and made it like pretty much a glorified vacuum, an air blower, a suck cannon, which was kind of lame.
That's more like it. Now, which way's me diner?
Are these not crates you're supposed to get? How do you, I see. I relearned these controls again. It's been a while since I played. Okay, you can launch TNT crates. I don't know if there's only certain things you can activate with TNT crates. Why put these off, not off screen, but like just so lazy. Oh, I didn't even notice those. These on-rail sections are probably the worst thing that happened to a Crash franchise. Because if you're trying to get all the crates and you mess up the on-rail section, you're redoing it. It's one of the worst aspects of this game. One of many. Like, on-rail sections can be great, but when you put them in a Crash game where you're trying to get all the boxes, they're really fucking annoying. But like, I don't know. If they somehow made rail sections without crates, it'd be interesting, but like, what's the point also too? Like, I don't know. I'd rather just not have them at all. Why is this thing sucking up, getting stuck in my, oh my, why is this thing taking off so fast, dude? I don't know if I can make these jumps now. Okay, I guess you can. Nice. I think these bats are just here just to act as an annoyance to stop your cannon, pretty much. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought that thing was gonna take off without me. Which would have been real bad. Can I not grab these from here? Really? There's a violent guitars. The real Cajun vibe. I feel like there's so much going on. There's so many crates. There's so many explosions. So much set design that it's inevitable that I miss at least one crate. Like, it's going to happen. Especially with these on-rail sections. And you're not supposed to suck the nitrous. Yeah. That probably would have been a smart move. Why can't you suck the enemy? Oh, blocks. Oh. Oh, baby, a double. Alright, let's try not to suck that in. Okay, can I not get conveyed? Remember bouncing on crates? That's a mechanic. Oh. Let me just grab this real quick. I wonder if I can use this crate, this thing to hit those up there. Nice suit. Guess I'm gonna have to jump back to grab that TNT crate, but I wanted to get these ones here. Oh my, I can't believe I made that. It's actually they don't let you see anything trying to back up there. Just makes things that much easier. Let's try to snipe me, bro. This ain't Call of Duty. Let me get this precious box, thank you. What's going on in the background there?
Stagnant water. Smells like home.
See, I was just grilling out there for nothing. Alright, waiting for me. They use that crystal sound for these gems, which is, I guess, something. There's no crystals in this game, right? They're all gems now. So they use the crystal sound for the gems, which I feel like it's sacrilege. I can't hit this guy? My depth perception off? Where is this guy? Is this guy glitched out here? Hello? Okay. This guy just randomly flying in the background there for no reason. I figured we were gonna need that TNT. Oh. It's hard to remember the mechanics of this thing was jumping and gliding. I'm assuming we're gonna have to hit all these nitrous crates. I don't think there's gonna be a metal crate that's gonna activate all those. It's my hunch. Otherwise, maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to take any risks with this game's cuckery. Oh my! I just overshot that though. It's like this wide turning radius you need. Much of this conveyor belt is so annoying. And you got this guy over here. I don't know what he's shooting at. Guess he's blind as a bat. Ha ha ha, I get it. I feel like they'd be hitting crates back here somewhere. Super paranoid. I'd like to be able to get one more gem for all the crates, at least one more time during this playthrough, but... What is this about now? Nice vest. Oh, this is the boss battle?
Not again!
This is literally the end of the... No, it's gonna be a continuation. Oh yeah, remember his question mark? So now we're playing as Crash again? Do we get his crates? I'm so confused. This is so convoluted for a Crash game. Or any game for that matter. Like, why? Just scratching my head for some of these decisions, man. So it's not even like a new part. They're bringing back to playing Crash the second part of the level, which is probably arguably the worst. We're doing this again? Oh, no, this is new. Why is this new? The hell? This is like a Redux. They're so lazy they create new actually gameplay mechanics that they just legitimately just Redux it a remix here. Okay, we're gonna do our same shot again. Okay. Looks like that part's similar to the back up there. Let's not hit that upgrade. Let's hit this body slam, please. Yep. Spin this. Oh no. We're gonna have to do. Oh man, no, I can't. Don't make me have to get all these boxes. I'm not doing this again. I cannot waste another 30 minutes on a level to not get all the boxes again. There's no way. No, I won't do this. I don't think I have the mental fortitude to even attempt this, let alone actually 100% this game. It's just not happening. And look at this hidden crate, bro. My goodness. Oh my. No, dude. There's like, why do this? Gee, it makes me pay $90 for this, and this is what they deserve. Like, part of the reason why I came back to play this, other than because I consider myself a Crash fan, is that I paid a hefty price for this. I paid less, pretty much, for the remaster of Spyro and Crash combined, less than what I paid for this game. And I'm glad they didn't have a deluxe version of this. Can you imagine having to shell out more than 90? I thought I was gonna miss that. Alright. Body slam. Yep. Spin this. Jump on that. Spin that. Jump over this. Yeah. Crouch down. Oh, I said crouch down, not slide jump. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Spin these. Oh, there's a crate up here. There's a crate up here. We missed one crate already. The whole run is lost. I'm not going back for that. I'm not doing it. No, I refuse. I'm not putting more. I might as well just miss the rest of these. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting up with this. We're finishing. That's it. I've made up my mind. The decision is final. We're finishing this game the shitty way. The developers pretty much force you to do it now. I'm not putting myself through this mental anguish. Maybe this is the way you should be playing. This is the way you have fun in this game. It's by not trying to get all the crates. This is how casual plays. You go in, you enjoy a level for about 2 minutes, and you're done. You don't have to waste your time, be frustrated at some mechanics to get all the boxes. That's it, you're free. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. We did it. Amazing. Level complete. That's what the screen tells me. I'm done. I'm done. I put in my work. I don't need your shitty skins. I'm not getting 6 gems for your shit skin. I'm done. I'm finishing this game the way Toy Story Bob is pretty much forcing you to finish it. And that is by not getting all the crates. One and done. You're in, you're out. That's it. Alrighty. Snowy biome. That looks like a... Can this be the final boss, maybe? I remember there's a level here with the shipwreck that they showed in, like, that sort of gameplay trailer. So... But why would they show, like, one of the last levels at the end for a gameplay trailer? It just seems odd. Oh, well. It's been 1 hour into the stream. I think I'm going to use the bathroom break real quick. Back into the fire. So it's not even like you can attempt the inverted from the get-go. You have to still do the normal. I don't know. Why would you build a Crash game where every single level guaranteed multiple playthroughs to get everything? Like, the satisfaction for me as playing the original Crash games is being able to finish a level, or at least the majority of the level, the first run through. And knowing that I have to come back for like a tape that I missed, get all the boxes, and then I have to replay it during the inverted mode to get even more gems, do the same thing. It's just like, not only does it artificially lengthen your game, but it's a really lame way of doing it. It's made for a collective thawing.
You banished me to the past, but all it did was give me more time to plan your doom. You'll find me up the mountain. Don't freeze on the way.
Well, you know, I'm sensing a real fraught history here. How many times have you beaten this clown anyway?
3. Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
That's a nod to the other Crash games they're not retconning in. Haha. Alright, so now I want to see it. This is the last, I guess, hub world, I guess you can call it, of the game. We're going to face off against Neocortex. I want to be able to do it in this part. So we have like 50 minutes left. We've now sworn off getting all these crates to save our sanity. I wonder if we can face Cortex by the end of this playthrough. This particular part in 15 minutes. Let's see. Nope, don't care about you. Care about you. Probably should use the time slowing for that part. This is our first time using the time slowing mechanic? I think it is. How long does this last for, really? For like 5 seconds? So now I understand why they put these timed boxes in. It's literally for this time, like this mask mechanic, which I'd rather have them do without. If taking out the mask meant removing these timed boxes, it would have been worth it to me. Or at the very least, don't put timed boxes in a level that doesn't use a timed mask. It's just annoying. I don't know why they even think about doing that. Like another dumb decision choice. But stuff like this, it makes sense out of time masking. These type of mechanics. But putting in time crates where there's no timed mask, it's like what? Oh, they have like. Does that rope hat looks like it has some kind of spikes on it? I don't know exactly does that even work. He's shooting marlin, swordfishes, 3 of them in 1 cannon, and they're all attached to a rope. I feel like you could have come up with something that made a little bit more sense. Maybe it was a tri-headed cannon, it would have made a lot more sense. Out of this is the part towards the end of the game where they just got like rushed, and this is the best thing come up with. You don't really need to do that part with the mask, I don't think. I mean, surely that's the way you're supposed to do it, but... there's probably a lot... Oh my goodness, I wasn't even paying attention to that. This ice, you literally just touch it and you'll fly. There's probably a lot of time invested with this slowing down mechanic. Like, you have to do a lot to your engine to make this mechanic viable. Music again feels kind of uninspired. I'm not too impressed with this soundtrack. It doesn't have a Crash feel. They didn't bring back R&L for this, and if they did, it's no. There's no way they brought it back for that. I don't know who composes, but it's really like, yeah. So what does this mask do now? It's the same one, the slow down mask. Can I? Yeah. We could do that. Okay. I feel like we should at least try to I don't know how we're supposed to get this now. Maybe if we jump from over there. I feel like we should at least attempt to get all the crates in the bonus level, but oh my god, these ice. This ice is so dumb. Okay. Lovely. Nah, I'm done. I'm so done with this game, I'm not even gonna even pretend like I'm gonna try that bonus round. Since you're missing the crates anyways, it's like, what's the point really? This is where Cortex screws up. And they had some ambition, like, it was kind of a creative idea how the Cortex and Crash, like, how he would affect some of the way the levels are, and then you'd play up to a point. In theory and on paper, like, it looks pretty interesting and kind of cool, but it's just like, I'm not really, like, super impressed with it. It's just that. A kind of cool mechanic, like, mechanic or thing that they added, but the novelty wears off real fast. So they don't really do much good with, like, really good with it, I don't think. Yeah, see this tape is grayed out. So I think the one we tried to get before, I definitely, like, was in range. I just didn't grab it because it was grayed out. And I guess it's because you died? I'm not entirely sure on how, we died, right? Yeah, 4 times. So I think if you die more than 3 or something, you're not able to grab that VHS tape. Yeah, these ice mechanics are ridiculous. The momentum, when you jump off of them and whatnot, carries on. As if you were still stationary on said ice. You're basically getting sliding mechanics and super forward momentum, even when you're in the air after touching this. Oh my, look at how random this is. Some secret over here. Okay, stuff like that, when there's at least an indicator to let you know when you put crates off screen like that, is kind of cool. Way more welcome than the other times they put up. How did I miss that, dude? Seriously. Yeah, I don't think we're not like this. We're not seeing Cortex at the end of this playthrough. Or this video, at least. Ignore that. There's a penguin that's frozen there. That's kind of cool. Is there some way we can actually grab that penguin? I feel like there's like an Easter egg or something associated with landing on that. But I don't know how we'd probably have to do it from one of these pieces of ice. Yeah. No, nothing with this. It's supposed to be like a Penta Penguin reference? Probably not. It doesn't really look like it. Surprisingly, for what I can remember and what's happening now, there's not too much like corny nostalgia grabbing with these old characters. Oh, I don't care about you, bro. I'm done with this game. It's kind of a shame too, because there's some cool things that you can do here to grab the, like if you're doing an all boxes run. But the majority of it is just so frustrating and stupid that there's really no point. Like this stuff here is kind of cool to try to grab all boxes with. But the on-rail stuff and the hidden off-screen crates is just like, nah, I'm good. I wonder if they had the intention of, like, they're putting out 300 crates, and they had this, the gems where if you only got 80% of the Wumpa fruit. Like, they had the idea of not grabbing 100% out of everything. So they give like 80% of the Wumpa fruit, or like a certain marker, you get it. But every single Crash game has always had 100% of grabbing the boxes. So I wonder if they put like 300 boxes in, thinking, okay, initially in the development cycle, if you do 80% of the boxes, if you get 80% of the boxes, you get the gem, and that's it. But then they're like, no, this is a Crash game, we have to have 100% of the boxes. And then just like change it from there. So they left in like 300 crates, many of them are really hard to get. With the intention of maybe originally having it only 80% of the boxes, but then be like, no, grab every single one now. So some of the mechanics are cool to grab all the crates with, but there's just some out there that are just too annoying to even worth pursuing, at least for me, so. And this is where we are right now. I'm gonna not get enough momentum from that. I don't know if there's gotta be, right? Platinum relics or something, like a time trial for these levels. Like with these certain mechanics, like especially this one here, could be really interesting to do that. Oh man. This part I'm not loving. And other than skins, do the gems serve any real purpose? Like, we've accumulated a lot, but not enough to get a skin for every level. Is the 3 gems we get per level decent enough to grab us something at the end of the game? Like, that I'm not entirely sure on. They don't really make that clear, either. Why we're collecting said gems, why they unlock skins, what purpose they actually serve. It's just really odd. And I guess, like, the crystals made sense in the original games for, because we didn't get crystals until Crash 3, right? No, we got them in Crash 2, because Cortex was missing. No, we got, this is really embarrassing as a stuff between Crash fan. I can't remember what, if we got crystals in the first game. I'm pretty sure we did in the second and third, definitely third, but they were explained to you as to why you're grabbing them, as the sabotage Cortex and whatnot, and what purpose they serve. You didn't really know about the gems in the beginning, but you just assumed, like, this is another collectible. But at the end, they told you why you needed the gems, which is actually get the true game ending and stop them for good. But in this game, it's like, you don't get crystals, you get gems. But I don't think they explain to you why you're getting the said gems. So you're just collecting them for skins and cool collectibles? What's the real purpose in this game? It's to stop Cortex, but how are you stopping him exactly? When, like, the original Crash games, or at least the third one, because I don't think the second one really did that good of a job, or even the first one for that matter, building up to your next boss fight, or like, why are you doing this? Crash 3, they'd have little cutscenes every level to build up, like, okay, this is the boss of this warp room, you gotta stop him next before you get the Cortex. But in this game, it's like, oh, we gotta stop Cortex. There's no other really main boss. There's a random mini boss, like a, I forgot what they added. Like some piranha plant or something that just happened to be in your way. There was no real build up to it at all. It was kind of took you by surprise that it was even a boss at the end. And so, and there's no really like other main antagonists. It's just Cortex again. For like the millionth time. But, because I don't really explore in any Crash games to get a new antagonist other than Cortex. Even with Uka Uka, that's still with Cortex. But in this game, it's like you're supposed to be chasing Cortex. He's the main villain. Meanwhile, he's chasing you in a way, because you're doing levels where he's affecting you and trying to get you, and you play as Cortex. So what's the real threat? Like, there's no real interesting story or end game to this, because your big threat you end up playing as, and then especially in later games and what they kind of did with him in the remake, they take the piss out of him. So he's not even that threatening of a boss, really. And remember, like, he used to be kind of in the originals. So I don't, like, what's the end game? What's the inspiration? What's the motivation? What's the story in this game? Cortex is bad, I guess. He's been bad in every game. You're supposed to stop him from getting these masks? Or is it the mask? One of the masks is the evil one. I don't even remember. I think I'm off base. I think the mask is the boss. But even saying that, it's like, it's still the game's fault for not making that story compelling enough for me to even remember it. So I think the mask, one of the evil masks, has been screwing off the other mask and putting a time thing, but Cortex is still a kind of a villain. Where's the build-up? Who am I facing? Those boxes behind the waterfall is kind of a cool thing. Yeah, I don't know. Crash 3 was great. Cortex got these, it still has these modified marsupials or what have you. I'm screwed here, I think. No, I'm good. He has like these modified army of mutant animals, and he's trying to get you. You know, why is this level only 153 boxes? I feel like we might have been able to get through the box challenge. Figures the time I don't do the box challenge is actually might have been plausible, but nah, I'm not putting myself through that. But in Crash 3, it's explained. He's got these minions, and you see the cutscenes. You have some kind of interaction with a cutscene. You know what you're getting into. You do the first level. This is your boss. Then you beat the 5th level, and it's like a build up to the boss battle. And you get to the boss battle, you defeat him. But then there's another guy in the next hub world. It's laid out to there's a build up. You're facing a boss. This is gonna be cool. And then you get the Cortex. It's not like, oh, you just go to Cortex right away. In this game, you see Cortex pretty much right off the bat. Cortex is screwing with you in the level and you play as Cortex. There's no big build-up other than this secret mask. But I don't remember there being a cutscene to build up to that mask. Or why this mask is so dangerous. just not a very interesting or compelling story. Very forgettable. Like I literally, last time I played this was less than 7 weeks ago, and granted, I have a pretty piss poor memory. I couldn't even remember if there was crystals and there was a Crash trilogy. But if your story was great enough, you would think after 7 weeks I'd still remember some of it. I remember little to nothing of this. They throw a lot at you too. Like there's a lot of personalities, these masks, but you don't really get much cutscene or screen time with them. Kind of similar in Rafa Cortex that already had that mask thing. The game seems like a mishmash of different ideas and contexts from other games. None of it really feels all too original until it comes to like the rail sections. Anything that's original in this game, or most of what's original in this game, made by Toys for Bob, have been a negative or a detriment to the game, I feel like. The mask stories have been done before, Rafa Cortex. There's little silly cutscenes have been done before with Mind Over Mutant type stuff. They brought back Nina, right? And whatnot. That's like a Twinsanity concept. Like Nina was from the later games. So what do they bring to the table that was original and good? The Dingle Dial sections were kind of interesting, I guess. But you took out his flamethrower. If you couldn't have another setting, like another nozzle or something, you can use his flamethrower. I don't know. There's something iconic about him. Or you could have just made a completely new original character in general. Why did you have to use Dingle Dial? Another character couldn't use a vacuum, a glorified vacuum cleaner? And even in itself, the Dingle Dial mechanics are really original. That suck cannon stuff was from Ratchet and Clank. And that kind of... Did I just hit that bell up there? Did I hit the landing? Oh, that's pretty cool. A little detail they added. Like the suck cannon idea was from Ratchet and Clank. And like the... Oh my god, this ice. The whole kind of using a tool to kind of boost you in your jumps and stuff was kind of like a Super Mario Sunshine concept. The time slowing down masks and stuff, I highly doubt that's the original concept. I'm pretty sure it's been done before. A lot of like some of the soundtracks, some of the rails, some of the design reminds me a lot of Sly Cooper. They just borrow a lot of stuff from a lot of games, and the original concepts they come up with are pretty dull or a negative detriment. I'm trying to find something positive to say about this game, or Toys for Bob as a whole, but like, I don't know. I will say they were somewhat ambitious, and they took some risks. I mean, some of the stuff is new. I just don't think it was executed well. I don't know. It's why give 3 different development studios and make the 3 different Crash games. Like I kind of get why they made Beanox do CTR, because it's a kart racing game. But it's also like they did a good job on the character models and on CTR, that remake. But in like, why give Toys for Bob, who did the Spyro Reignited trilogy, access to this? When Vicarious Visions, I feel like they got stuffed. Poor Vicarious Visions. They said they did a pretty good job, all things considering, with the Insane trilogy. Why not just give them this opportunity to make a new Crash game? Why start from scratch again? Use literally, I don't think there's a whole new engine. They didn't use any of their original assets. This is all from scratch, this Toys for Bob game. And it's like, why do that? I don't know. I don't understand the creative vision of Activision. I wish almost any other publisher had the intellectual property, the rights for Crash and Spyro. 2 branching off paths here. Throwback to Crash 1, baby. Which one looks the least difficult or more interesting? Because I'm not getting all these crates anyways, so. This one says death, so let's go here to the death one. They brought back the lab guys. So, another concept that's not original. But, no purpose. I don't know why they're here still. And there's so few and far between. Like, I think they might have been in another level. The benefit of being able to not even just remake, but do a new Crash game is that you can add things to it. Like, I'm sure the originals they didn't really do a good job to show you why there's lab guys here. I thought that even robots. Like in the original Crash 3, you took a secret warp portal after doing a set amount of levels, and you can go there and see like in the background, matter of factly, these are robots being manufactured and sent to the warp rooms. You're like, oh, that was cool. That was a cool thing that they at least kind of explained, and their limited time frame in making that game and what they had as resources. Like there's very little cutscenes in that game, and they're still able to put that off. Like, hey, this is the reason why things are happening with those lab guys. And it was cool, like, reward for 100%ing or trying to 100% that game. But in this one, where you literally make, not even just remaking a game, you have creative freedom to add new things or explain things, and they don't. The lab guys, why are they still here? Give us better cutscenes. There's not even a lot of cutscenes in this game, and they're not even all that intriguing. Give us a story. Give us something. Oh, you know what we'll give you? More on-rail sections. You trying to get all these crates? Have fun. Here you go. Get slammed. I guess we have an opportunity to try this section out. I don't even know what these things are. I guess the lab guys built them. So here's some kind of interesting things here. They have TV monitors, so this is definitely like Cortex property. Why these monitors are here for, I'm not entirely sure. Are you supposed to crouch underneath these? I'm not entirely sure. And why not just put a checkpoint there? It seems kind of dumb. I'd have to keep doing this. Can you crouch these? You can go underneath. I'm confused as to what we're supposed to do here now. You can't crouch on that rail. You can go underneath the rail. But that still isn't going to save you. Oh yeah, use a time mask. I completely forgot. These masks are like an afterthought to me. There we go. Well, the fact that they put that little gap thing for the rail, that made it so wide, is what was kind of throwing me off, thinking I could, like, crouch underneath that. I should have made it a little shorter. It's just little things like that they could have playtested. Like, who playtested this game? I could give you so much criticism, and it made this game so much better, had you just had me in to play this game. Like, who didn't think that some of these things would be annoying or a bit of a problem? Why even put like a gate that just constantly slams on these rails anyways? They're like, oh, we need a hazard for these rails. I know, gates that slam randomly on the ground, but they've been built to do that said purpose. That's why we left a gap in there. We left the gap so big that it looks like your character might be able to squeeze in there. There you go, insightful criticism commentary. I wish my commentary just could give me like, whoa, this is so cool. This is great. Thanks, Slicer Bob, for doing this. This is a really cool mechanic. But that's so few and far between in this playthrough. I don't know how I didn't get slammed there, but okay. I'll take that. I'm outie. Peace! Speedrun, let's go. How big is that guy's hitbox? I put metal crates there. Money. Okay. I'm assuming the lab guys are controlling these things. I don't know. Why? Like, what are they doing with these remote controls? Can you even touch these guys? I don't even think you can spin these guys. No. Okay. Whatever. Just ignore all this shit. It's almost easier this game becomes. It's almost sacrilege for a vintage Crash fan not to get all these boxes, but sacrilege to what they did with the gameplay here, so. That's supposed to be like a zombie. So at least they're trying to do what Crash 3 did and put like little things in on the map. Try to explain some of the lore here. Are they creating zombies? They're defrosting like pirates or something? Because that guy was like moving around like a zombie in one of the guys we faced that looked like that. Did we ever even really get? Let's take a look at this abysmal bonus level here. Did we even really get a level in the Crash series up to this point that had this ice infused with Cortex machinery? I'm trying to remember now. We might have in Crash 2. Okay, what the fuck are we supposed to do here? Activate that. And almost fall off here. Why does this give you such a... Why do they get such a big jump there? Okay. Okay, we missed our opportunity for that box. And they put icicles. Oh my god, dude. Nah, I'm good. Not gonna bother. We saw the best that bonus level had to offer. A lot more of these like zombie guys now. See, stuff like this. You're gonna put off camera, off screen, or harder to get you boxes. This is the way you do it. You give the players some kind of hope. You know there's something there. And if the player is trying to get 100%, try to get all the crates, and he's willing to go the extra mile, then he has a reason to do so. Like it's within grasp. Can I not bounce off these sharks? So that would have been a cool mechanic. Instead of using these ice platforms, that you had to jump on these sharks with your slow-mo. Or it would be great too, is that they gave you some sort of indicator, like a bar, when you're using this. Oh my god. When you're using this mass mechanic to let you know how much time you have left. Like a little bar in the bottom, and it's about to run out, and boom. As it slowly dissipates. I don't know why playtesters didn't say anything about that. Was this game even playtested? Like, the developers do it in-house? Do they not care? Like that their game was perfect? Like, why not just add a bar there that lets you know, like, hey, your time's about to run out? You're supposed to go on feel? That'd be great if you've played these games multiple times already, like if it was an original Crash game. But this is the first time you introduce this mechanic. How are you supposed to do this based on feel? You're supposed to learn and adapt in a game that's using this mechanic for, like, what, maybe a few levels? Yeah, I don't know. Are we gonna get a level at the end of the game where they use all the masks? I'm hoping at least maybe the boss battle of Cortex, you gotta use all these masks. Because every good game, usually, especially a Crash game, towards the end, when you're doing your boss battle, the last leap is that you have to put everything you've learned, all the mechanics, all the features that you've unlocked, and use it all at once to defeat the boss. Or at least towards the end of the levels, like platforming and stuff. Like in Crash 3, you gotta use Bazooka, you could use the tornado spin jump, the super body slam, all that comes into play. And while the boss battle, knowing how they're so fucking low that you can jump into them. And there's no like real time in between. Can I just spam this? Like it runs out, I just quickly press it back again. Like what's the penalty? I don't know. It's something you're supposed to figure out yourself, I guess. And then look at the pity checkpoint they put in there. Fucking guys. They have a section that's so annoying. Oh man. Get me out of here. Boom. And what? Now towards the end of the game, the last few, like the later levels, is when they put in a level with like 100 crates. Just to piss on me. Just to laugh in my face, like, hey, you stop getting these crates? Let's make it, like, somewhat doable now. Here's 100. And all in all, the crates that we missed didn't look that frustrating to go back and get. Like, I'm sure there was that on-rail section, but it didn't look like nearly as bad as some of the earlier on-rail sections. So why are these last levels seemingly easier in terms of, like, 100% collection? They're just mind-boggling. Okay, is this the final? This might be a level right before the final boss. So, oh no, there's a blimp here. Maybe this is the boss. I don't know. It might be possible that we beat Cortex by the end of this video. This part. This is part 4. We did 3 parts. Back like October 2nd, 4th, and 5th, or 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. We're back here for November 25th. Could we have beaten this game back in October if we just did one more part? Could we have been free from a 7-week itch? It wasn't really an itch, it's so much that I was itching to play this, more like an itch, like I get ready to stop this. Get to stop the plate. Now, right away, the soundtrack sounds something more interesting and engaging than the majority of the soundtrack. Yeah, see, it has some of the original Crash elements infused into it, which is nice. Which is the feel you want. You basically want those kind of jungle drums, that kind of Crashy type instruments and like sound effects that are used throughout the original Crash games, infused into the overall vibe of the level. Like very first off, you want the atmosphere involved. So this is an ice level. Let's get some icy type things. But you have multiple ice levels in the game, so you want a vibe, a separate vibe from other ice levels. Like there's an ice level, an on-rails type thing, or you're getting on a polar bear doing things quickly, fast. Then you get like a vibe that's like a rushed, intense, kind of icy Crash soundtrack. Or are you doing an ice level that's more slow, methodic? You're using the puzzle-based masks. You're getting through it slowly and, you know. You get like a more chilled out vibe. This is one of the earlier levels. You get something that's softer on the palate. Or maybe a soundtrack that as the game level progresses, it gets harder and harder, so the soundtrack has to reflect that. The soundtrack vibes up. You can have dynamic soundtracks. You can have a soundtrack at one part of the level, and then when you reach that second half, or a certain part during the level, but all of a sudden it cranks up. Like there's so much you can do with the new Crash that you don't do. And the new stuff that you do is usually shit. So, you're like, look at this. That's interesting. That's a good part of the soundtrack. You've been listening to the soundtrack for 2 minutes. All of a sudden now it cranks up. A new little hint to it. That's interesting. It almost seems like as if we went to this ice cavern. Now it's getting a little dark. A little more methodic. That's what you should do. Why isn't every track at least attempting what this track is attempting? Most of it's just background noise. They're just very forgettable. Doesn't even really have much of a Crash element, some of these tracks. And this is a cool mechanic. I will give them this. These little, if you go too low, you're screwed. So you have to kind of balance in between. This looks like it's a trap. This doesn't look solid. Yeah, find the hidden yellow gem in another level. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Watch how quick I find that hidden gem. About to find this game's case and put it back. Boom. Why? The slide in this is so unpredictable sometimes. Like that looks short. So why when I slid for that slide jump over that TNT crate did I go like 50 feet right into that TNT crate? because of the snow? Does the snow stop me? That's such a big boost that they give you when you jump on that jumpy crate. More of this. I don't know. That the mechanic starts to get played out very quickly. This icicles falling, jump on them type thing. And it seems like almost like those time crates are not really apparent anymore in these levels. So what was the real point of bringing them in other than being annoying? As a one-off for like the actual time you use the time mask, but then also have them appear in other levels that you don't use the time mask in, like. What a mismatch. This game must have had an interesting development cycle. I don't know when this was in the works. It must have been in the works when CTR was out. Or maybe probably even before that. Like, I guess it's also part of the reason why Activision did what they did, because they're greedy fucks. They want more of your money, so they want to get their games out quicker. So they're not going to have the same development studio do what they do when they made the originals. Whatever. That they're gonna cycle on to other studios. But I feel like you should really at least able to use the fucking assets you did for the remake. They're just completely wasted. This is gone. What was the point? To make one game? The whole reason why you made that remake really wasn't really for the fans or for original fans, just to get the remake out there, so they can make new Crash games. So why not build upon the assets you used to make that remaster? No, let's do it from scratch, and we'll give it from a totally new studio. Let's worked on Spyro and not Crash. It's like, what the fuck? Really? It made sense with Beanox and CTR. It's a different kind of game. It's a kart racer. It's not a platformer. But like, the fact that they used new models too, I don't know if they reuse assets or if all many from the original remake. But the fact that you're making a new Crash game and you're not using any kind of assets right from scratch, like what was the point of doing a remaster then? To gauge interest that there's gonna be a new Crash game? You really, despite what the fucking CEOs of Activision might tell you or they might believe, there's always gonna be a market for a new Crash game. Look at how many shitty Crash games they released. Clearly there was some sort of a market if they kept making shitty fucking Crash games. So why would a remaster not sell? Why would a new Crash game in style of the originals not sell? Doesn't make any sense. What's this now? Cortex set this up? Wow, interesting. Okay. We triggered the nitrous to blow up this facility. That was kind of cool. I'll give them that. Cortex is probably pissed off. Why is he over here now? What's this now?
Oh, how I missed this.
Is this a throwback to Insanity when you skate down? Whoa. Throwback. Alright, let's glance at this horribly difficult bonus puzzle level. So what was this thing all about here? What is this? Oh, okay. Let's give this a decent go. But I kind of want to chase Cortex. We got 10 minutes left. We'll give this one more shot. So we're supposed to, I think we're supposed to hit this eventually. For what reason though, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, those boxes up there, okay. And fuck that up already. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. That seems doable. certainly seems easier than some of the other bonus levels. I don't understand that the difficulty spikes and the drops in this game are interesting. Oh, we got polar! Let's go. Is it polar there? Oh, we got the sprint mechanics back in here. This was kind of a cool throwback. He's on skis. I wonder if there's a part where you play as Cortex and you have to do what he's doing. Blowing up those rocks. That'd be cool. That'd be an interesting way to do their fusion mechanics. You think of it in a way that they do with the interactions between Crash and Cortex. It's kind of borrowed from Twin Sandy, but it also has something, an effect of the Crash Fusion series of Spyro, where in one game you play and do some of the other things that affects the other game, and then you play that game, and then you see where like what your character did in the other game affecting this one. That kind of fusion mechanic is also present in a sort of way in this game. So they literally took a lot. They clearly had enough passion to take inspiration from every single Crash game, essentially. But when it came to hitting the mark, I don't know. And then, even the throwback of slamming in and jumping off of the Pura from Crash 3. You get off the Great Wall of China and you launch all the way to the end. It's another thing they took. So yeah, I mean, that kind of sums it up decently. My thoughts on the game as a whole is, well, for one, you take that 20-minute clip of me attempting to play a level, get all the boxes, do annoying on-rail sections of the game or gameplay that was designed to be infuriating to get 100% of the boxes, with it, the off-screen boxes, the on-rail sections you have to constantly die and repeat itself. Spend all that time, and the perfectly timed, like the bonus levels that required perfect timing and a combination of everything to go right. You mix that all up just to get to the end of the level where you don't even get the fucking all the boxes gem. That's what sums up the game in a nutshell. Then you have another summary where I just said the game takes a lot of inspiration from almost all the Crash games. Some of it good, some of it bad. And the new stuff that they did add missed the mark, essentially. Most of it missed the mark. Which is kind of similar to Toast Republic Spyro, where their design choices, I mean, obviously it's a remake, so a lot of the gameplay is still kind of there. It's original, you can't really judge it for that. Most of it came in design choices, and again, the big thing on that was it was very, very hit or miss, and most of the time it missed. So that kind of sums up my feeling on Crash 4 as a whole. We gotta do this now, building bridges. Because the game is not designed for fun. You want to hit, it's not a proper Crash game in it that you can't do all levels one and at a go. You can't get all the boxes. The artificial difficulty, it's just a frustrating thing to do. And they remove that away from you. They basically take it away from you. You're not getting all the boxes in one go of a level. You have to look up a guide. And as soon as you tell me that, I'm like, I'm done, bro. I don't want to look up guides when I play games. I want to play the game and explore it and do it for myself. Do they add all these artificial gems? 6 gems at level for skins, that's your reward. The story's kind of convoluted. There's no real direction. That, in a nutshell, is pretty much what Crash 4 is. I'm just all piecing it all together now. This is what it is. That's my thoughts, man. Those are my overall thoughts on design choices.
Must have left my jacket in the Bermuda Quadrant.
Gameplay decisions that they made. It's whatever. I don't quite remember her mechanics now. She shoots. Where's her shoot button? There you go. Her grappling hook. Do they ever use your grappling hook as a swing? It kind of seems silly to put in rope swings for a character that could literally grapple hook stuff. Like, do they maybe initially in the planning of this game or the beta or whatnot think that they were going to use these rope swings as her, like this rope swing essentially was going to be her grapple. But then they're like, oh, we don't have much time. We got rushed. We don't have time to make a mechanic for grappling, swinging. They do have grapple swinging. But it's not really a swing, it's just to bring you over. Like, they could have made a grapple swing. I guess they just didn't have enough time and they made rope swinging a thing. And they made wall jumping. Which is essentially, in itself, pretty easy mechanic to put in.
Beach world. Sunshine and sand. Drinks with mini umbrellas.
And you could say a lot of things about the Tanya design. Making her this, well, you know what she is. Product of the left. This sort of Nike Miss Marvel over here. Out of what she originally was, which is complete stark contrast. I've, like, I don't know how many years ago, how much more angry I'd be at that, but it's just the world we live in now, so. It's pretty sad I've been desensitized to this kind of bullshit, but. What are you gonna do? A lot of these designs are pretty dumb. No, it's just Toys for Bob in a nutshell, though. Like the Cortex design. It's weird because they didn't, like, when you look at it overall, they could have done a lot worse. They could have changed a lot more. But the stuff that they did change, very simplistic you might think it is. Cortex is a pretty simplistic design as a character. Big head, small body, the N on his name. Oh my gosh, she has a super slam. Like, from a simplistic standpoint, the design's pretty... It's basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's not hard to get his design right. Like, it takes a lot of retardation to fuck up his design. And they've somehow figured out a way to do that. This whole section is really annoying. Get me out of here. Oh my god. Why not put some decent timing on this? Where you can do this in a fun, kind of quick way. Why have everything mix and match there? What is this? Cutscene. Ah, so it wasn't Cortex that did that, it was me. So it wasn't Cortex who self-sabotaged himself. And now we're doing this again. Why couldn't you make one level where you got to play as both at the same time? Why do I have to why do I have to do this level once normally as Crash? I didn't do it another, like, really shortened level as Tanya. The second half of what it should have been either intertwined her or her following the rest of the level. I have to do Crash's level again with, like, a redux type thing. If you're gonna do this, you do it one of two ways. Either you have one level where you do those intertwined mechanics, and it really focuses on the fusion, where I go through one part of the level, and then it switches back to Crash, and then switches back to Tanya, or something along those lines. Like we interact with each other a lot more, and we go back between each other. That's like a Crash Fusion to Insanity type deal. It's an interesting mechanic. Or you do it where you do two separate levels, but I interact and I help out in one, and the other level I get helped out on. So I do the Crash level. I maybe do something that happens to Tanya's level, but I don't know it yet. I get helped by Tanya's level, I don't know it yet. Then I finish that level. Then I go into Tanya's level, and then I go, oh, okay, so that's how I helped out Crash. And then I go, oh, okay, that's how Crash helped out me. And then I finish my level. Two of their own, like, individual levels of playing as those characters that are fully fleshed out. There's no redux. There's no me having to go back to Crash again and finish up the other half of the level. Like, this formula right now, where I played as Crash the first level, and then Tanya the second level, but the second half of Tanya's level, I gotta do Crash's part again, redux. I should have just done my own Tanya part I should have done my whole Tanya part as one level. We shouldn't be here right now doing Crash's stuff. We should be finishing up Tanya's part. That's the way it should have been done. Really. Why am I redoing Crash's part again with a new twist on it? It's stupid. Why can't I play as Cortex blowing up those rocks? That could have been some kind of cool interactivity between the two. That's how you fuse the two together. Get some interesting gameplay that interacts with each other. And it's not even like this is a new concept. This has been done well since the early days. Does anyone remember Half-Life, the original Half-Life? And then Blue Shift or what? I think it was Blue Shift. Where you play as Barney Calhoun and then you get to see Gordon do his stuff. And you go, oh, you got to see when Gordon takes a teleporter. Teleport shuts down, you don't take the teleporter. You have to help out and do some other stuff to the scientists. You see two stories kind of intertwined. Even though the second one came out after the first one doesn't really affect. You don't think it's affected, it's just the one story. Then you play the second story and you see how that affects. You see how the first affects the second. It's a concept. I'm speaking quickly, and it might sound confusing. I assure you, I'm doing my best here. These are mechanics that have been done before since Half-Life. That could have been done better now, especially now. You have so much. How many decades is Half-Life? How old is that? How many decades since the original Half-Life 1 came out? And this is the best you can come up with. It's got to be time constraints. It's got to be Activision pushing for something. There's. I don't want to believe that Toys R Bob are that lazy. I think it's a time constraint thing. So obviously there's been one for Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, as you can see with how the third Spyro game came out in that trilogy, where they had to hire another company, another developer to come and fix it and finish it up for them. But I guess because this is a whole new game they built from scratch. Maybe if they had used old assets, maybe they had Vicarious Vision to make it, they would have had more time to divert their resources into actually making a good game, as opposed to making one from scratch and having to make a new Crash 4 game from the ground up like this. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a mixture of the two. Maybe Toys R Us isn't that creative. Maybe they are lazy. It's a whole myriad thing, a perfect storm of cuckery. But the fusion thing has been done before. There's other ways you can do it. I gave some examples that are better than this. Why am I doing 1.5 levels as Crash and then half of a level as Tanya for that? Why are these two levels not either separate or combined into one big cool level where we both interact with each other? Why is it I do my Crash stuff here, I get a stupid little exclamation point like, whoa, some random shit happened out of nowhere, but we've seen it happen like 4 or 5 times. We know why that happened. Someone else affected the level. You don't know why they affected it or how they affected it. You just do the whole level as Crash. Then you go to this one, you do like a half of a level, you get to a point where you hit a button, and then it shows you affecting Crash's level. Why am I not then just playing as Tanya and finishing that level? Why do I go back to Crash and do the same part of the half of the level, but with a little bit of a twist? Why? That seems so lazy. Why don't you just make, if you're gonna do that, if you're time constraints, you make one big level. That's it. Or put this as an add-on. Put this in the original level. Put her in there. That's all you had to do. I'm playing as Crash in this level. I get to that point where I'm stuck or whatever. They switch over to Tanya. In the same level I'm playing, I get to that point, I hit the button, and I continue on as Crash. That's one level. Why is there this 2? I don't understand it. Now where am I going? Okay. We've hit the 2-hour mark, but if we just finish this game now, that's it. I don't think we like uploading a fifth part of just like 10 minutes of gameplay is all that great. So I think we're just gonna finish up the game here. We're gonna beat Cortex. We're gonna beat this playthrough. I'm gonna beat my head into a wall for how good this game could have been, but failed. And we can do inverted boss battle apparently. This is another stupid cheap mechanic that I don't know why they put in inverted mode. But there's such a big emphasis on it too. Like, why don't just have an inverted mode towards the end when you beat the game, and be like, oh yeah, you want an extra challenge, something kind of cool, play it inverted. Why is this? I don't know.
It's about time. This is going to be just like the old days, except this time everything will go according to my plan. I've made a few upgrades to my
Okay, so we do
blimp.
use one mask.
Rain of
Throw back to the first crash, the blimp.
deadly missiles.
I feel like we're supposed to slow down something. I don't think we're supposed to spin those missiles. Let's see it. Something changes in this fight.
Punchbot Mark II, deploy! Fun fact, Punchbot Mark II is one better at punching than Punchbot Mark I.
Here, you launch this into Cortexes, okay.
Ow!
Simplistic enough.
Punchbot Mark II is for punching you, not me! Let's try this one.
Interesting. Still really haven't had to use the mask all that much. It's not really that integral to the boss fight. These tornado things are the only thing really making me use this.
Alright, have it your way.
This is literally the culmination of everything towards the end of the game. Where you're using one mask and you only have to hit Cortex 4 times. That was gonna be a really sad boss battle. There's no checkpoints in here though, I don't think. Oh, there is. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Which leads me to believe there's like a second part, maybe this boss battle. Original Crash would never give you a checkpoint on how far is in the boss battles. Oh man. Dodging those spinning things kind of reminds me of the tiny fight in Crash 3. Dodging these lanes of things coming at you. Obviously, for a lot more of a twist to it. Oh my god. They gave you a checkpoint because they know how much of a clusterfuck this is. And it takes forever for them to send out that punch bot. I like there's some of the unique strategy of this. Okay, never mind. I completely forgot about the missiles being honed down on you. I was gonna try to say like maybe you could just stay in one lane. Stay in your lane. And it'd be easier to dodge. But yeah, I can easily see you not having to use this mask in this boss battle at all. Maybe it's more difficult, but there's no real necessity to having to use this mask. It's kind of dumb. I really want to like take 2 or 3 minutes right now just to trash this boss battle, but we haven't finished it yet, so. Just gotta spam this mask. I feel like it's cheating, that's why I'm not really doing it much. I just feel like it's really cheap, just keep spamming it.
Well, if you won't play fair, then neither will I.
Oh, okay. Can I pause this right now? Real quick. This boss battle is interesting because they're taking a lot of different mechanics from different games. The first one was the locking on of the missiles, that first phase. It's kind of like an engine type thing, which is, he uses that kind of thing in every game the engine's in. And I think it also might have been there's a certain mechanic in the Vicarious Visions Crash, the GBA title. Forgive me, I don't remember the name of that. Well, Huge Adventure XL or something, where you're kind of like on those platforms facing Cortex, and he has like those lock-on missiles you have to kind of side dodge. Then the second phase, with the whole lane of things coming at you, is very reminiscent of a tiny fight in Crash 3 Warped, having to dodge those, what have you. Now this last one here, as soon as I saw those those platforms falling out underneath, I'm not going to say it's the tiny fight in Crash 2, where you have to jump and dodge and those things fall. That's Crash Bash. without a doubt, that's Crash Bash. That is Papu Papu's boss fight in Crash Bash, where he has these panels, they fall out in a certain pattern. That's Crash Bash, for 100%. And even if you wanted to allude to the Crash Bash minigame where you fight each other, like the battle game, there's a level in there where the platforms are tiled, and they blow up, and they're gone. But this is more Crash Bash Papu Papu fight.
Did I do that?
For sure. So this game is taking inspiration from multiple Crash games, doing things from different Crash games, not just one in particular, but from all of them, which is admirable. And if it's done, if they're taking the good out of those games, that's fantastic. And if they build upon it and add on to it, it's fantastic. And that's what it should be. So I commend them on at least this. On that, I can. My goodness, I can give him credit for it. And towards the end, this is kind of getting a lot more difficult. But I think we got him here.
Not again. Blasted bandicoots! Must we keep going around and around like this? Tell me, Crash, is this all there is? Forever? No.
I would be unable to handle this simplest of tasks.
I forgot he was in this game.
I quit. If you need me, I'll be on a tropical island somewhere. Alone.
How fortunate. You see, I no longer have need for our alliance. I found a new partner and a new plan.
You were scheming behind my back?
Of course. The rift generator has capabilities beyond your eager imagination. You were content to simply rule over space and time, but I'd rather start from scratch. Erase it all. Wipe the slate clean. I'm going to reset the timeline and rebuild it to my liking. I will become a god, which means you won't exist. And neither will those featherbrained masks or those meddling marsupials.
Wiped from existence by that pompous peacock? I'd like to see him try after I shove that tuning fork up his...
But not if we get to him first.
It appears we have a common enemy. Perhaps there's a way out of our endless cycle after all. Huh? Okay.
So it's not it. There's more to it. I completely forgot that Entropy is here, so maybe there's more story that I gave credit for, but at the same time, you would think I remember that. So obviously they didn't do that great of a job. So Entropy is the real villain of the game, but that's where the mask was. Whoa, are we going back to Crash 1? What is this? Wait up. Hold up. Are we... Oh, maybe I'm being way too enthusiastic, or if... Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction here, or hope for something here. If these different timelines, if the next 3 hub worlds are us going back to Crash 1, 2, and 3, like the Warp Room in Crash 3, the Warp Room in Crash 2, and then the hub world here in Crash 1, if we do that, which I for some reason I highly doubt, but if we do end up doing that, it's going to be sick. Looks like now we're interacting more with Cortex. Why did it take this long for us to get to that point? Where now we're our team, which is another kind of play on a Crash theme when we teamed up with Embryo in Crash 2 to take on Cortex. Although I don't really think we had any interaction with Embryo other than like cutscenes. Or was it the other way around? We teamed up with Cortex to take down Embryo. Either way, this is not a new mechanic. Twin Sanity was like that too. We were teamed up with Cortex, but I don't know. This could be interesting. This could be a monumental disappointment. I'm hoping we go back to all 3 Crash games with this. or at least like that similar time period. But I feel like I saw this, thought Crash 1, when in all reality it's probably just like we're going back in time. Like this is not Crash theme, this is just, oh, this is dinosaurs, this is BC. I don't know. It was just another idea, at least I got it out there. Something that could have made this game a lot more interesting, but... Well, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. We probably could have saved a lot of time here, not doing certain bonus rounds or replaying a level we weren't going to get the crates for, but I thought this was going to be the end of the game. Unfortunately, it is not, sad to say. We finished Cortex, but I guess we'll talk about the boss battle. Since it wasn't the final boss battle, the whole complaint of the culmination of everything we've learned, all the masks should be involved, doesn't really count. So I guess it gets a pass. The boss battle was kind of cool in that it took like 3 different mechanics from like 3 different Crash games, put them into one against Cortex, but it was kind of like almost a letdown in terms of the difficulty, or like only 4 hits it took to kill him. I swear like Engine was more, or maybe on the same level. It was just fairly easy. It just didn't feel like a big Cortex battle, but oh well. Yeah. 2 hours. We're going on 17 minutes here. We're gonna end the playthrough. We're gonna have to do another probably 2 hours of this game. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. We're gonna do maybe one more playthrough to our video of this and break it down. I don't know if I want to do like a retrospective at the end, do a whole review on it. I'll probably just be lazy and end up finishing the game and trying to compartmentalize all my thoughts on what this game really is. So anyways, thanks for watching.